And there we are. We did it. I'm Sam Carrico. I'm joined by Peyton Grufik.
That me.
The laptop is down there, so I had to play the thing manually, but we made it. We're going to talk about the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer.
Yes.
But, of course, as always, we got to catch up. How have you been, Peyton?
Been good.
It's been good to see you.
You've
been out of town for a while. Of course, you live in California, but now you're back in Oklahoma.
Yep.
How was your trip back then?
It was fine. The first plane, it was kind of like, I don't know. I guess they had to move a retirement home or something. There were 17 wheelchairs.
Oh my God.
On our flight. And the flight attendant literally went like, so look, we got 17 wheelchairs on our flight. So if you're able to walk, just do that.
Oh no.
And it's kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
And you saw some people like trying to get up. It was so sad. But due to that, they boarded from the front and back of the plane.
Mm.
And there was a traffic jam. Just somebody was having a hard time taking a seat. And I'm just watching all of the seats get taken by the people coming in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Me and my wife didn't get to sit together on the first flight, which is
no.
okay. She does have anxiety with planes, though.
Yeah, so you couldn't be there for her.
Yeah, but she did it.
Okay.
And I'm very proud of her.
Good for Mads.
Yeah.
While you set the stage, it looks like since my battery's running low, we're having a bit of connective issues. So I'm gonna plug in the battery while you, if you don't mind, kind of setting the stage, talking about your anticipation for Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
So I think this is going to be my most anticipated Marvel movie ever. I think even over Endgame, everything. I think I'm most hyped for this than any other Marvel movie that's come out. And it's because, and we'll get into it, it's looking like Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, they're going to be coming back. And I can almost say it for 100% certainty. I think they're in the film. Would you agree or disagree?
So that was the big thing, I guess, coming into this trailer.
Yeah.
Are they going to show Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire?
Right.
I think, first of all, to answer your question, they're in this movie.
Yes.
There's no way they're not into this movie. I kind of hinted at it in the thumbnail of this video. We'll get into, there's some hints in the trailer that definitely point to them being in the film. But I was surprised that they didn't put them in this trailer. Did you think they were going to be in this trailer?
I didn't think they were going to be in the trailer at all.
You never thought it?
I think they are a movie reveal. Like,
okay.
I never anticipated for them to be in the trailer.
That would be a lot of, an easy way to get a lot of fans guaranteed to come see this movie, though. But to your point, I think Sony is pretty aware that with the speculation, with, there's so much hype, even without revealing Andrew Garfield, almost because they haven't revealed, or Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire,
right?
Almost because they haven't revealed them. That's why people are going to go see the movie.
I also think some of the leaks, I think Sony's responsible for some of them. I think they're building their own hype.
There's a very specific leak that happened with a YouTuber named John Campea that had a picture of. Did you see the one?
Yeah,
it had
all three of them.
Yeah, exactly.
All the watermark and everything.
And then he's very close to the studios.
Yes.
So I would not at all be surprised. I have no theories one way or the other, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a very strategic leak based on Sony. But you go ahead.
Yeah, and he just said he was like, I tweeted it because I don't think it's real.
Bullshit.
That's why I put my watermark on everything.
Yeah.
I don't think it's real.
Yeah, I thought that was a really, really weak excuse.
We'll see though. We'll see if it's
well, it's the scaffolding.
The scaffolding again.
We've seen in 3 separate things now.
Yeah. It could also be a thing like with that first one with Andrew Garfield on the scaffolding. That we've never had a hint of scaffolding before.
Right.
But after that, there are a few other things that I have seen that are fake. People are taking a hold of the scaffolding as a safe bet, because they've seen things that have been on the scaffolding. So when people make their fake leak images, I've noticed they put it on scaffolding because they're like, scaffolding. We know scaffolding's in the movie,
but I feel like we saw the. I feel like we saw that leaked image of Andrew Garfield where it looks like he says, so do you have web blood?
Yeah. That was the first one I saw that involved scaffolding.
So that must have been before the leak, right? Or before they started catching on, before the fake leaks, right?
I think that scaffolding thing happened, and then other people that make fake leaks, they're like, oh, let's put some scaffolding in there.
Yeah.
Because we know there's going to be scaffolding in the movie.
Yeah. Well, let's get into the actual trailer. Well, I guess, so you already kind of said going into the trailer, you did not expect to see.
I did not expect to see them.
What did you think going into the trailer? Well, I also check our audio real quick.
I think I was I'm pretty sure, because what they can do to hype without showing Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, they can start showing us the villains.
Yeah.
because like we're going to be excited to see those villains, and
Oh,
that's going to sell
absolutely.
tickets. But what's slightly more exciting than that? Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. Let's hide that, but do something basically equally as hypeable.
Oh yeah, Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin.
Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin. We show him in the suit and everything. We hear him talk. Alfred Molina as Doc Ock has been the fan favorite for ages, and just go ahead and confirm that Sandman's in there. Go ahead and throw in Electro, the Lizard, show all that. We still don't know who that sixth.
I was noticing that. Yeah.
Sixth villain is.
We have Green Goblin.
Yep.
Sandman, Electro, Lizard, Dr. Octopus, maybe, and then because also Dr. Octopus, you were telling me this, it's pretty much confirmed that Dr. Octopus is going to be at some point in the film become a good guy.
It's looking like him and Peter are going to team up. Tom Holland's Peter.
Right. Well, who's to say?
Who's to say? I do truly believe that Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, they are end of the film.
Oh,
material.
You think like so? How much end of the film though? Like, do you think it's
Statue
a third
of Liberty fight?
And that's the third act of the film.
Yeah, I believe they are only third act.
Wow,
I don't think the whole film is run. It'll definitely make my heart happy, seeing them and having them fight on the Statue of Liberty and thing. I would love for the whole film to be them running around, but I just don't see it.
You think
happening.
That'd be a little bit too good to be true?
I think it's too good to be true. If it happens, I'll be ecstatic. A whole film with Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, and Andrew Garfield, great. I just don't see that.
Do you think
happening?
People are putting too much of their, because people want this to be Spider-Man 4. People want this to be Amazing Spider-Man 3. People want this to introduce Daredevil. So it kind of be Daredevil season 4 in a way.
Yeah.
People are like asking who else could be in this film as if that's not enough.
Right.
Do you think we kind of have our hopes a little too high?
Yes.
Really?
I think we do.
That's an immediate yes.
Yes. Because it's never going to meet our expectations. I don't think, because like I'm saying, like if they truly, because I do anticipate for Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield to only be in Act 3 of the film.
Right.
And they are maybe on screen for like 10 minutes. Like that's truly what I believe. And a lot of people are going to be upset with that if that's the case.
I was going to ask, is that inherently set up for failure? Or I guess you're about to say it depends on who you are.
It depends on who you are. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
Because I mean, in my dream world, I don't know what's going to happen at the end of this film because we have a movie coming after called Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Which feels very much like a follow-up to this.
Right. So how much of the multiverse problem are we going to solve at the end of this movie?
Yeah.
That's my biggest question. Is there even a possibility that at the end of the film, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield are still stuck in this universe and they have to help Doctor Strange in his... I know. Imagine, it's crazy.
Because Sam Raimi is directing
directing Doctor Strange.
And really, it's like, fuck it. It's Spider-Man 4. It's
right.
just Spider-Man 4.
At that point. So, and I'm like, I feel like that's not going to happen. But there's also part of me where I'm like, it could be a possibility.
I'm afraid that would be a little bit too much wishful thinking.
I think it is.
Go into like, could they, multi-movie kind of thing? No, I think this will be like it feels very much like a Doctor Who like 50th anniversary special kind of thing, where like there's this one adventure that'll bring together the three, and that'll be kind of it.
I'm wondering where Venom's gonna.
We haven't really talked about it on this channel very much, but you saw Venom 2, right?
Yeah, did you see Venom?
Yeah, I saw Venom 2. And the post-credits scene to that felt so, spoilers for Venom 2, felt so slapdash and like kind of like Sony's like, we got a universe going too, guys.
Yeah.
And it's like, calm down. Like just literally saying, okay, we're just going to plop them in the MCU.
Right.
And just call it good. I'm like,
yeah. Because after that, Tom Holland, I think technically belongs to them.
After No Way Home?
Yeah.
After No Way Home, yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, they would just slowly introduce. Yeah, Tom Holland.
He belongs to them in the sense of like that whole thing is done, but Tom Holland's contract is done after this film. And he said he has stated, I don't know how he feels now, but a couple of years ago, he said he is down to renew it because he wants to keep playing Spider-Man. Well, but then there's been the things recently. Where he's like, if I'm playing Spider-Man past 30, I've done something wrong.
Exactly. And that's like, he's 25 right now.
Right.
So that would be one more movie, maybe. Yeah. I have no idea. I'd still, people have been saying it'd be nice to have a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man movie where it's just like, Spider-Man by himself, no Stark tech, no nothing, just defeating like the Shocker or some random, villain. But I don't know. I think also that people have pointed out on the flip side that this has kind of been a natural progression.
Right.
Of he did kind of start smaller in the first film, and then now he's gone overseas, and then now he's going to a universal kind of threat.
Right.
So there's still a lot they could do. I just don't see them. I don't see them getting smaller. And that's kind of a problem that I have with Marvel in general. Is they're just going bigger and bigger, and eventually the balloon's going to pop.
Right. I wonder what this TV show, this animated TV show,
the Spider-Man freshman year. That was just announced.
Because that's Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I think it was established that is.
I think so. Yeah, because he's like a sophomore in Homecoming, right?
Yeah, and this is his freshman year, and so technically he shouldn't have any Stark tech around then. So we might get a little bit of that friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
That's an animated show.
I know.
And I'm like, animation, like this is elitist or whatever, but like animation just isn't the same level of like a wide release theatrical film.
You're making a lot of people mad with that statement.
Yeah,
I know there are so many people out there.
And we were just talking, we just had brunch with our friend Ricardo Saucedo, but like I was just saying that even I think Dune would be better as a streaming kind of thing. So like, I'm all over the place with my opinion on but what else, I guess? So we talked about a lot about just in the film in general. What kind and your expectations for this trailer? But like, what kind of genuinely surprised you about this trailer? I didn't see Dr. Octopus being a good guy.
You didn't see that?
I was afraid that was going to happen. And I mentioned this before. I'll be the curmudgeon-y boomer, that says it. I didn't like them making fun of his name. Like, I don't know. I get it. It's a funny name. I get it. But also, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's one of Spider-Man's biggest enemies.
Right.
You're going to start making fun of the Green... I mean, I guess they make fun of Green Goblin's name in the Raimi version, too,
Little
right?
Goblin Jr.
Yeah.
You gonna cry?
Yeah. Oh, do you think they got... That was what I was going to ask earlier, too. What did you think they got Rhys Ifans back to play Lizard? Yes. And do you think they got Thomas Hayden Church back to play Sandman?
I think they got both of them back.
Okay. Well, that's surprising to me, because I only see the CGI versions of them.
Yeah.
And then, another thing, too, is Jamie Foxx's Electro.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on the look of Jamie Foxx?
I like it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks just like So, is he going to be the Amazing Spider-Man 2 version of Electro?
That's where, there's a lot of what's going on here with the villains that are crossing over, because there are so many villains that have technically redeemed themselves by the end of their respective movies.
Yeah.
Doc Ock has redeemed himself by the end. Sandman's big thing is like, I don't want to be a criminal anyway. I'm just trying to help my daughter.
Right.
And then Venom ties him into... Actually, in the original draft of Spider-Man 3, Venom was supposed to kidnap his daughter.
Oh,
and that's why he was... both.
Oh, both. Okay.
And that's why Sandman felt obligated to help him instead of I want to kill the spider. You want to kill the spider. And it just worked so much better.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been better.
And Lizard technically redeems himself at the end. He catches...
Does he die?
No.
Okay.
He gets locked away in weird Shadow Man that they were trying to build up in Amazing
Yes.
Spider-Man. Like, we hear you know the identity of Peter Parker.
Oh, and he doesn't...
And he doesn't say anything.
I remember. So this is the second time they're doing the Sinister Six. We already talked about we don't know who the fifth one is going to be.
The sixth one.
The sixth one is going to be. And also, I mean, I guess it's an open-ended question because Dr. Octopus is going to be turning good at some point.
At some point, so yeah.
Is he even going to be a part of the Sinister Six, or is he just going to be an early level villain?
Who knows? No, I might be very wrong. He might be evil the whole time, but there is some interesting shots in the trailer that would suggest otherwise. Well,
like we talked about at brunch, that the Stark tech we think is going to be what re-enables his inhibitor chip. And you said the interesting thing about the tentacles, right?
Yeah, the tentacles. I've heard somebody talk about it. Multiple people talk about it. His tentacles when he's captured. They are closed the whole time, and they're looking like little snakes and everything, which is very not the tentacles we know from the Raimi universe, because they were their own entity. Yeah, but even when at the end when he's like, "Listen to me now," they're still very expressive. Mm-hmm. They're AI. They have a mind of their own, basically. Mm-hmm. Just having them be closed and expressionless. A big theory is that the nanotech, Peter's controlling it to keep his tentacles closed so that he can't attack with them.
Okay.
Because in all of the shots, he's...
So do you think, I guess definitively, do you think it's going to be Doc Ock finds his conscience one way or another and agrees to help, or it's like he's been captured by Peter and they're kind of making him help?
That's a good question. I can't say confidently one way or the other.
Because I at first thought it was going to be the latter, where he's been captured and they make him help.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. Like, these people technically at the end of their respective movies now like want to redeem themselves. So like, I feel like he'll want to help
because they could just because it's very clear. And what I thought was interesting, is they tie in their fate into the story of this movie. Like each of you're fighting ghosts. They all know they die fighting Spider-Man. So
except they all don't, which is very interesting. So
yeah, Sandman literally does not.
Yeah, Sandman doesn't. Lizard doesn't. Electro does.
Yeah,
Doc Ock does. Green Goblin does.
People, I feel like the people just watched Spider-Man 1 and 2, and they're like, "Oh, okay,
yeah."
It must be the same thing."
They all die. They all die.
Will that be addressed? The fact that well, I guess Electro. Well, he died in Amazing Spider-Man 2, but this is technically different Electro. I mean, maybe they could pull the same thing with different. Similar.
I feel like they have to. Like they have to. No, or somewhat address it. They can't just throw these villains in and say like, "Oh, they're here now," but they're different and doing different.
That's my fear, is that they haven't paid as much attention to the.
But it'll be lazy and people will be pissed.
Oh yeah, but they'll have made $1 billion.
They'll have made $1 billion by that point.
What are some of your other big fears kind of going into it? Because they are playing with fire. I mean, what I've given up. I've said this before. I've kind of, after Loki and some of the other like Shang-Chi, so current Marvel, I'm kind of done with. I've accepted that it's not going to be that good. But you take, Spider-Man 2 and fuck it up. So they're playing with fire. What are some of your big fears?
Well, okay. So I am like 99% confident Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be in the film, but there's always that 1% in the back of my head. What if they're not?
Yeah.
I just imagine that. What if like they just never do?
Yeah.
Show up and next day we get an interview with Andrew Garfield and he goes, I was trying to tell you guys. Yeah. And I'm just imagining a reality where that's happening. And it's just like, oh, you were right. You were telling us the truth the whole time. I don't know. I forgot who it was. I forgot if it was you or Ricky who said, I feel the trailer showed too much.
I think it was Ricky that said that.
I disagree.
I agree.
I can't really
agree with you
tell
that I disagree.
What's going on.
Well, you can kind of start to piece together. We know that the Statue of Liberty is probably third act.
Yes. I can tell that like the first act of the film is like spell going wrong and everything. Villains are being revealed.
Yeah, I would imagine the Doc Ock thing is the end of the first act.
Yes.
The bridge scene.
The second act, it's looking like he's running around capturing the villains and putting them in this Doctor Strange box. Because he's got like the Doctor Strange like magic web shooters.
Yeah, and you've seen he's fighting Electro with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's looking like he's going to capture them all. They're going to somehow break out third act for one final
showdown.
Hurrah. And then they're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
Yeah, and that's going to be the three.
Either if that's the Spider-Man coming in, or if that's another weird threat coming in, whatever it may be.
Yeah, the sixth sinister villain.
Yeah, whoever it may be, that's the overall gist.
Yeah. Oh, so do you think that Willem Dafoe is going to be the big bad?
It's a good question. Who the big bad is? I mean, it depends on who this sixth villain is.
How do you get bigger than Green Goblin though?
I know, but like, what if it was Mysterio playing dead? The whole time.
People have mentioned that.
I could see that being the big bad.
It's a big possibility.
I could, and then it could also be something weird like, oh, we finally throw in Scorpion that we teased at the end of Homecoming. He's the big one that it would be underwhelming. So it's either it's going to be something really good or it's going to be something okay.
Yeah. The look of the Green Goblin. Have you seen any of the leaked images of?
I love the new suit. So much.
We see one brief shot. People have said, "Is that Harry?" No. It's just. I think it's just Norman with his new outfit, where he's got like goggles on. You can see his
satchel and everything. Yes. I love it.
So, but it appears that he's going to immediately come out of his universe looking like he did in the 2002 Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's looking like all of them. This is a theory right now. Okay. All of them might. And I know it's the big, everybody rolls their eyes at this, Stark Tech.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the villains on their own time or somebody, the final member of the Sinister Six gives it to them. They're going to get enhanced Stark Tech that makes them more powerful because we don't see Electro in that first fight that they're going to have. We don't see him. We see him on the back, like kind of like charging up.
Yeah.
In electric stuff, and he looks kind of blue there. I'm just saying.
Oh, so you think it's possible?
And then he's got all of this stuff on, and that makes
that would make sense.
Yeah.
Because everybody comes out looking like how they did in the other universe, and then they get an upgrade.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And Electro he was like a normal looking guy before he was blue.
Have you played Spider-Man on the PS4?
Yeah, the PS4.
I think they're literally going to rip that off.
Yeah.
Where Doc Ock gives them except I don't think it'll be Doc Ock, but I literally think they're going to get enhanced stuff from.
It's like Sony executives watched Into the Spider-Verse, and
then
they played Spider-Man, or they heard about the success of those two things. Like, you know what? Let's just do both.
Let's do that.
Let's just do that.
And it'll make so much money.
Yeah, and that's a little bit disappointing because again, I would have liked to have seen. I'd love it when you can surprise me and do something that I love that I didn't know I wanted. Yeah, but they're like, no, fuck it, let's just do Spider-Man's version of the Avengers.
So I think Goblin's gonna see a new glider and stuff. He's gonna see some cool, but he still has his pumpkin bombs, and we see the fun little razor pumpkin bombs.
Yeah, those are straight out of the first couple movies.
Yeah. And so I'm geeking out over seeing those things.
Yeah, I love
everything.
Well, we mentioned his line of dialogue that he has in this trailer, which really I was so happy to hear Willem Dafoe. And he said,
what Peter is he talking to?
Well, it's weird too, just like that. Because people mentioned that with the first trailer. Why would Green Goblin feel connected to Tom Holland's Peter?
Right. Or is it a line that we literally recorded for the trailer and won't be in the movie?
I'd be so pissed. They've done that, though.
They do it all the time.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. So, so I would be disappointed. Well, I think that I wouldn't be surprised if the Hello Peter is Doc Ock talking to Tobey Maguire. But now that we have a better idea of the
trailer,
now that we have a better idea of the timeline, I think that's less likely. But I still wouldn't be surprised if it's a possibility.
I don't think that's going to happen.
So you think he's going to recognize Tom Holland as being? Well, no, because then
I think he's going to suit up first.
You're not Peter Parker.
See that it's Spider-Man.
Go, hello, Peter.
Say hello, Peter, because he knows.
Take off his mask.
You're not Peter.
Gotcha.
Because we don't know the order of things happening because we know both Green Goblin and Doc Ock are on that bridge. What if Peter's suiting up when he sees Green Goblin first, and then Doc Ock is showing up and everything? Yeah. We don't know the order.
That's a good point. Yeah, so he could see him, and then he could say, "Peter, you're struggling,"
Right.
But yeah, my thing is just if he sees Tom Holland walking down the street, he's not gonna be like, "That's Peter Parker."
Yeah,
and he's not gonna
no business knowing who that is.
Yeah, and he's not gonna feel so close to where he wants to taunt him,
right?
Because there's that history with him and Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that you've said that, I really would not be surprised if that was a trailer. If they're like, we got Willem Dafoe recording some ADR. Let's do some fun lines for the trailer. Then I put it in the thumbnail for this video. But the big thing is that shot, the big shot, the big money shot. Which again, if you're gonna not include them, I don't know. If you were to include them, I guess that would have been a better money shot. Of course, the three villains coming at Tom Holland, we think that. Actually, they erased the other two Spider-Man from there. Right. So first, before we get into the Portugal trailer, whatever, the Brazil trailer, whatever it was, do you think that's probably the case whenever you just first saw the trailer?
100%. There's no way Tom Holland's taking on six
three
baddies.
Yeah, at once.
We have three he's jumping towards, but all of these guys at once? No. No way in hell is he taking them all down.
That's a good point. Yeah, well, I mean, some would argue, well, Doctor Strange is there.
Doctor Strange is there helping out, but I don't see him jumping to fight.
Well, as soon as
Sandman, Electro.
Exactly. As soon as I saw that shot in the original trailer, I was like, that looks, incomplete.
Yeah,
it looks like there's not, a lot of negative space in that trailer.
Right.
Then of course, let's get into the Portugal or the foreign trailer,
the Brazil,
whatever it was. Lizard gets punched by nothing. So that's gotta confirm it, right?
It confirms one. It confirms at least one of them.
People have said that confirms Andrew Garfield specifically. And
that confirms Andrew Garfield specifically.
How does it confirm Andrew Garfield specifically and not Tobey?
I feel like Lizard's his guy.
Oh yeah, and that's why. But that would make Electro the one that Tobey is going at.
Right.
Why would I don't know.
I don't know either. I feel like it should be Tobey Maguire going
versus
for Sandman. Andrew Garfield for Lizard, and then we can make Electro neutral ground because nobody really liked the Amazing Spider-Man.
And he could be an alternate. It's up in the air if he's an alternate universe.
Electro, who knows anymore?
Well, and because his electricity is yellow now instead of blue.
But I think that'll happen because of the Stark tech. That's my theory.
It just
because when he starts doing the electric stuff, it makes the mask, which is really cool.
It looks actually not that bad in live action because it just looks so ridiculous in the comics.
Yeah, and we get his one line where he's like, "You're not taking this away from me," which we don't know what the hell he's talking about
I do like
anybody.
I like the broad. I mean, every villain has a motivation though. Of like, I've got a new lease on life. Shit, I'm about to die. I got to make sure I don't die.
Yeah,
like that's a fun, immediate kind of thing. And I do like. What do you think about Tom Holland's motivation? We don't know who he's talking about, but Doctor Strange is like, these people. They've got it. They're something to the effect of, if they stay here, that breaks our reality. So we got to send them back to their universe where they will die.
Yeah, well, we start seeing, they don't delve into it too much in the trailers, but we do see weird reality bending shit with like New York sinking in on itself, the train madness going on.
Where do you think that is in the film?
Would it somehow be possible to, it could be a thing in the subway or... So when the first trailer came out, I'm going to sound like an idiot when this isn't the case, but this was my first theory. The first trailer dropped and that same train shot was in it.
Yeah.
And we didn't know how multiverse we were going to get yet. We now kind of have a better understanding how multiverse we're going to get. But I was like, would it be possible if he somehow got transported back to the train fight in Spider-Man 2? When it's about to go off the edge and they can't stop it. And so Doctor Strange takes the train to like the Grand Canyon or something to try to get the train. Did it look like a similar make and like model of train? Yeah.
Okay. Oh, like with the flat front and everything. Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's why I'm not strong about the theory anymore. That's why I'm kind of embarrassed to talk about it because I don't think as strongly of it anymore. But based on that first trailer alone, I was kind of like, what if we could?
That's what I love too about something like this is that, again, through the power of editing, you can deliberately choose what you do and don't show us. You don't have to be like, well, we can't use that shot because so-and-so's in it. We can just remove them from that shot. So yeah, you could go back to the train scene. What an applause line you would get if you're in the middle of like Doctor Strange and Tobey Maguire doing something, or sorry, Doctor Strange and Tom Holland doing something. They jump through a portal and then they got to go fix it. And then it cuts to, Tobey Maguire on the train.
Yeah, I'm just imagining like a weird 5-minute sequence where they keep accidentally bouncing through different realities.
Yeah, and then you'd have a great opportunity to show off any.
Yeah, you can show off anything.
$20.99. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So there's a lot of. CGI is kind of a big thing. Do you have a problem with them not doing a practical? The practical tentacles and the practical goblin suit.
We'll have to see how it looks.
Yeah, we'll have to see. There's the one shot of the goblin, hovering over the bridge.
Yeah,
you get a good look at him, and it's very clearly CGI.
Yeah,
I think it works in the environment, but I like practical things.
My main thing is going to be the Doc Ock tentacles. I want to know how those
they
work.
Did at least for 1 or 2 shots. Like, if you're going to do a medium shot of Alfred Molina, why not at least have a couple puppets?
I'm pretty sure none of it is practical.
I think so too.
Or in Spider-Man 2, most of it was practical. They only used CG when they damn well had to.
Could you imagine that? That hospital scene where Dr. Octopus wakes up for the first time, and it's like a horror scene. And it's done with like a lot of really practical effects. You would never, for multiple reasons, you would never get that scene in a modern day Spider-Man.
Never,
because it's too grotesque.
Also, Sam Raimi has to be the director.
Yeah, because he's got the horror roots. Yeah, John Watts has been. He's the director of this film, obviously, and he hasn't had as much of a personal imprint, I think, on these movies as Sam Raimi has.
Yeah, no director, director or not, no director has really gotten to, they've gotten to spice up the vision a little bit and everything.
James Gunn kind of had that a little bit.
Yeah, and Taika Waititi with Thor Ragnarok that had his fingerprints all over it. But these directors are coming in with a set story. Marvel comes in knowing what they want and how it's leading up to other things. So if you're the director, they're literally going, this is it. We can't really change any of this. You have to work with this.
We need somebody on set to help with the actors, basically. Yeah, you don't get it's like with The Dark Knight, it would say above it, would say a film by Christopher Nolan.
Right.
And you believe it. That it's a Christopher Nolan movie. Yeah, there's no way that you'd say, well, that's why on all the new Marvel movies it just says Marvel Studios. Right. Because it's a Marvel movie.
There's the original director, I forgot his name, of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, because it was not Sam Raimi.
The director of Scott Derrickson. I was thinking of Ant-Man, but Scott Derrickson did the first Doctor Strange.
Right, and he's not coming back to do Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness because of creative difference.
Film.
Differences. Yeah, Black Phone.
Nobody
and-
wanted to make Doctor Strange a horror film too, right? Like
Did
I think he wanted to add more horror vibes to it and really go there.
That's
and they were-
interesting that they wanted to do horror, and then they got another horror director.
Well, Sam Raimi has a proven track record with. Well, I mean, I guess you could argue Scott
Doctor
Derrick.
Strange.
Yeah, exactly. The first Doctor Strange is so. People have said the best way you could use Doctor Strange is in other people's movies, and I kind of agree. Like, I think he's better in Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah,
And Ragnarok.
his personality is like, oh, I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
But I'm good at.
This is a little bit of a non sequitur, but have you seen his episode of What If?
No, I haven't watched any of the What Ifs.
I watched just a couple of them, and the episode with Doctor Strange where it's like an alternate look at his origin. Like, what if he, instead of using his powers for good, used his powers for bad? And then it's like really good because he becomes like a tragic villain in that, because he, instead of getting a car wreck that breaks his hands, his car wreck kills his girlfriend.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we've kind of discussed, are there any specific details about the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer that we haven't gotten into yet?
I have a theory.
Yeah?
I have a theory. Possible. I mean, if you're here, you know it's spoiler territory. I think Happy Hogan's going to die.
That's what, yeah. So somebody's going to die, I feel.
Somebody's going to die, and I feel like it's Happy.
I think the biggest contenders, I would not at all be surprised if Tobey Maguire or Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield die in a self-sacrifice kind of way. Especially if they do Andrew Garfield saving Mary Jane, then his redemption arc would be complete, and I think he's available to be killed. And then because you can Andrew Garfield's not going to be like, I'll do 3 more Spider-Man movies. Like, no, they're not going to. Like, you can kill him. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. People have said Happy. People have said Aunt May. I don't think Aunt May. And people have said Ned. Ned could eventually die, and then they move on to Harry as his best friend in the next couple films. I think of those, the most likely. Actually, I think the most likely would probably be Andrew Garfield. Yeah. How do you feel about that? Potential Spider-Man dying?
I think it could happen. There have actually been like supposed leaks like that Tobey Maguire does die at the end of this film.
Tobey Maguire, I think, would be the studio version, because he's older, so they would be like, let's have the fans say goodbye to their Spider-Man. But I think thematically, Andrew Garfield is self-sacrifice.
Yeah, but definitely one of the Spider-Man dying, I do see.
You think it's more likely than Happy dying? Because Happy, I mean, that's the shot where there's like people like with guns around, right?
Yeah, I really am banking on Happy, because right now with this current phase of Marvel,
right?
What is Happy when he's not involved with Spider-Man now?
Nothing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because there's
and we're about to be done with Spider-man for right now. So
maybe.
Yeah. It depends on if somebody signs a piece of paper or not. Like it literally does.
And that's the thing. I wouldn't be, and I guess going forward, I wouldn't be at all opposed. Now Sony is putting all their eggs in the MCU basket, it seems like. But like, I wouldn't have been against them rebooting Spider-Man in the Venom universe, like a la Batman with Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been fine. But now they're like, no, Tom Holland, we're going to bank on him for as long as we can. Which kind of, again, if he just decides not to sign that piece of paper, they're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Because now they've made they're teasing, which again, Venom, they're like, they had Venom like look at the television screen and see Tom Holland and be like, ooh, like I want to fight him someday, and we're supposed to be like, yay! But Venom has no reason to fight Spider-Man.
I know it was literally a force, just like, ooh, I like it. But seeing J. Jonah Jameson on the TV, I couldn't help but be like, ooh,
that's exciting. I love that, and he's going to be in No Way Home. They show a shot of him like next to a Daily Bugle satellite truck, so he's like, is J. Jonah? That'd be the biggest.
We actually had a new TV spot leak this morning with a bunch of new footage. And J. Jonah Jameson is in it, referring to the lizard, and he turns to like his camera person. He goes, "Is that a dinosaur?"
Really?
Yeah. Do you want to see it real quick?
Yeah, if we can pull it up, I wouldn't be. You just hold the sound next to the microphone.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I woke up this morning, and YouTube knows I'm all about the Spider-Man leaks now. And so like it immediately put that front and center, and like there's no question, like this is real. There's.
This is Peter. Leave a message. Yeah, Peter. This is Happy. Who are those guys, huh? What's going on? Call me back. The mission has been found. We started getting some visitors from every universe. Multiverse is real. Dinosaur?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's confirmed. Like a lot more lizard is in the film than I thought he would. Like he probably will just be an end climax kind of thing. But like it's going to be more than just like a background. Like I thought he was just literally going to be a henchman. He probably still will. Like, but I thought he would just be like, like a CGI henchman they fight in the background.
Of all of the villains to bank on, I don't think they'll be banking on a lot of Lizard.
The Lizard is Who do you think will be the MVP? I guess as we kind of wrap the door on this trailer reaction.
Yeah.
Who do you think will be the MVP of No Way Home?
Villain-wise?
Or any character, like
any
because we have a lot of characters that we're excited to see.
Oh,
but it'd be interesting if Sandman gets another, damn, he had the best arc of the film, or
I mean, like
Andrew Garfield, I think would be my bet for MVP.
Yeah,
especially if they do the MJ thing. Oh my god,
I think so. Yeah, for sure. Because like if any of the villains redeem themselves, like we were talking about, Doc Ock is possibly going to redeem himself. We've seen that before. We know he can do that before. So if he becomes a good soul again, we'll be like, yeah, that's the Doc Ock we know.
Yeah.
Based on applause, if Tobey Maguire comes on the screen, that'll get the biggest reception out of anybody. And that will definitely be the thing people walk away remembering the most.
I know that there's going to be a lot of things after, you're leaving and then I'm wrapping up, breaking down, after we record this. I'm like, damn, wish I would have brought that up. But I guess the last question I can think of is, will they allow Toby and Andrew to be at the premiere? Because that'll be a couple days before the movie hits the. You don't think?
I don't think so.
They're not going to be at the premiere.
I don't think.
But they will be in the film.
I think they will be in the film.
Okay.
I mean, it's the same way they're not going around doing like interviews and everything. Or here's the thing: they maybe no red carpet because I've talked to actors. Nobody likes the red carpet anyway.
Oh, really?
They have to do it.
Yeah.
Like nobody enjoys going and talking to 50 million interviewers.
So you think if Disney and
movie.
Sony are like, you don't have to do this, they'll be like, cool, I'm not gonna.
But maybe if like they get snuck into the theater, like if they want to watch it, but they don't need to do the red carpet process.
That'd be interesting. I wonder if they could do that. If they could just be like, they're like, you can be there.
Yeah.
Like people can take pictures of you. Like sometimes legacy actors are at premieres.
Yeah.
Like the older Star Wars actors.
Right.
Movies. And so maybe they could do that, but then just deliberately be like, don't do any press while you're there.
Or how badass would it be if like they did the red carpet thing at the beginning? The film happened, everybody comes out, and now coming out of the theater, we have Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire.
That would still kind of spoil things for general audiences.
If you don't get tickets day one, you're not a real fan.
That's a good point. I'm gonna buy. And with this trailer came the announcement that you can buy a week from tomorrow.
November 29th is the day.
Spider Monday.
Are
you gonna get your theaters and see this Thursday, or you get your tickets and see this Thursday night?
Oh yeah, I'm seeing the December 16th as soon as possible. If the first showing's at 4:30, like I'm going to that.
That's the cool thing about in my personal life. I work early. I work mornings, so like it's gonna be great. Like Thursday afternoon, got my whole day available. I'm gonna might see it a couple times. Should. But.
Because I just don't trust people like me going up to the midnight screening.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Stupid Paul or something walk out and go like, "Oh, I can't believe they killed Andrew Garfield at the end of that one."
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. Well, we only have, what is it? It's the last couple weeks of November, so we have like less than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Until we'll know for sure, which does not feel real.
I know.
We just got the second trailer.
Yeah.
Now it's like we're weeks away from.
And that's going to be the final trailer. They're not going to do.
Oh,
anything.
I hope so. I'm good on you, honestly. If you haven't shown Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield officially yet, cool. Let me, as long as they're in the movie.
As long as they're in the movie.
Now I'll be disappointed if they're not.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they're actually in the movie and they've held off this long, good on you. Because like, it must have been so hard to like resist that.
There's a couple times. The last thing I'll say is I don't know if you watched the cast react to the trailer.
I did, yes.
There were several times where Tom Holland stops himself from saying stuff.
Oh,
if you go back and watch, and people are like on the shot of all of the villains, he goes, "Where's the?"
Does he really?
And he goes, "Where's the?"
There's no way though that wasn't a coordinated I doubt that was his first time seeing the trailer. If he was shooting a reaction video, or a promotional thing, but like also that's very telling. Also,
it's so funny because I forget the actor's name, the one who plays Ned.
I know who you're talking about.
It's Jacob something.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. And Tom, they both have AirPods in. Poor Zendaya doesn't have a headphone in any of them.
So she's just not.
She's watching it on mute, and it's so funny because I'm watching her kind of react to the others. Like Jacob will go like, "Oh," and then she'll catch on and go, "Oh," and it's so funny. It feels so natural and everything. It just. I can see them just quickly like, hey, we need you guys to do a trailer reaction
Just
real
like,
quick.
oh,
Just
what?
like, okay.
Sure. Okay, whatever. I'm like, no, the kids love this.
The
I
kids
swear.
love this stuff.
Yeah. So finally, there's no way we're not seeing this movie. We already said opening day.
Oh,
Do you have any
yeah.
other final? I guess to encapsulate your thoughts on the trailer, how would you summarize? Very good.
It better be good. It better be good. Because my hopes are already up. And they say don't get your hopes up, but they're up. So
It's too late.
it's too late.
And we'll probably have a little bit of an Avengers kind of syndrome where I thought Endgame was amazing when I saw it when I first watched it. It's still really good. It's got problems though. It's got,
Actually, it was backwards.
you didn't like it at first.
I wasn't too crazy about the first time I watched it, and now I've warmed up to it.
Oh, that's so funny.
I know.
I'm the exact opposite. Now
Yeah.
I'm like totally team like Infinity War was way better.
Infinity War was way
It was
better,
way better.
but
But just like Empire Strikes Back is better than Return of the Jedi, but Return of the Jedi still has a valuable place.
you ready for my
And
controversial opinion?
you like Return of the Jedi more?
I think Return of the Jedi is the best of the original trilogy.
that was my opinion when I was like 15, but like now I
I don't grow up.
Pain's a kid at heart. All right, guys. That is our review of Spider-Man No Way Home, the trailer. Again, there'll be no film fan club show this week because of Thanksgiving and everything, but we will be back with another video. We're going to talk about Ghostbusters Afterlife,
Ooh.
tentatively at some point. It would have been way better if they had released it before Halloween, but they didn't. So I've been Sam Carrico.
I'm Peyton Gruffick.
You have anything you want to plug right now? Instagram?
Oh yeah, I'm back on Instagram, which is fine. I took like a year-long hiatus.
You posted about a short film that you made? or
Yeah.
something? Yeah? How did that go?
It went good.
Yeah? Can people find that anywhere still, or was it just up for their contest?
So no, I do need to make it public. Like it's going to be public. I
Yeah.
just haven't made it public yet.
Okay. Well, people can follow you on Instagram.
Peyton Gruffick.
Peyton
PeytonGruffick.
And keep up to date with all the details. I've been Sam Carrico. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to awkwardly end the broadcast. Thank you.